Robert Jobson has written a memoir, and he wrote, King Charles has been incandescent with rage at the royal for years. So, in early 2024, Charles, horrified to learn that William has flown his entire family in his helicopter, a habit that has already alarmed the late Queen. Had there been a fatal accident, Harry would have immediately become heir to the throne. No one can prevent William from flying with his family if he wants to, but Charles wanted to drive his point home. So after his cancer diagnosis, he revisited the issue, instructing senior aide Sir Mike Stevens to obtain William's written acknowledgement of the risks. William refused, and his curt reply was sharp enough to Sir Michael to report back to the king. And let's see. Going to the bottom. William has also drawn criticism, not least of his 5-year plan to tackle homelessness. Detractors pointed to the irony of costs being fronted by a royal prince with 3 homes and 25 million annual income from the Duchy of Cornwall. The National Charity Crisis estimates that 1.9 billion could end homelessness, so a large personal contribution from William would definitely have an impact. The prince and his family have just moved to their 3rd home, 8-bedroom forest lodge in Windsor Great Park. Sources close to William said this will be his forever home. Even after he becomes king, will Windsor Castle merely become a place for ceremonial? Already King Charles uses Buckingham Palace as his office rather than his home, so the 2 most symbolic homes of the British monarch are likely to be deserted. And why some have questioned, didn't William take part of the 80th VJ Day commemorations? Unlike his father, who had every excuse to stay away due to his continuing treatment for cancer, if the prince continues down this path, the crown may become increasingly irrelevant under his reign. After all, as the late Queen once wisely pointed out, she has to be seen to be believed. This is about William not showing a no-show at the VJ Day. And then Kate has always refused to work more. As for Catherine, her priorities were set as soon as she had her first child. A former royal aide puts it simply: she supports William, and together they raise their children their way. They are their priority, of course. Her public duties matter, but family matters more, some sneer, calling Catherine's approach terribly quaint and traditional. But she calls it essential. Along with doing school runs, she watches the plays and cheers at sports day, just as her own parents did when she was a schoolgirl. She wants her children to feel some security, said another source. There has been no give at all on another clothing issue, the don of a kilt. So William doesn't want to wear a kilt, basically. So this is what they're talking about. Let's see. Charles makes the courtiers deal with William. So Charles doesn't want to deal with William himself, so he sent his aide to deal with Prince William. These are not trivial matters for a king who has always loathed confrontation. The best way he has found of dealing with his elder son's occasional impetuousness or obstinacy to be delegated. What this means is that the monarch will often leave senior aide to raise top work issues with William. It has led to the prince clashing with the imperturbable with Sir Clive Alderson, Charles' loyal private secretary, as well as other senior aide, echoing Charles' past tension with the late Queen's aide, Lord Gate, which he fired, from his job, and now his aide is Alderson. Alderton, who is seasoned diplomat. Consequently, the prince has reportedly become fixated at the senior courtiers. So this is the story. Jobson wrote the story about Prince William difficulty about following King Charles' instruction, I guess. Thanks for watching.